Have you ever wondered how to roast a big calf in the forest? Such a question might sound unusual, but it's one that taps into a deep-rooted and primal connection we share with our ancestors. Picture this, a large open fire, the sounds of the forest at dusk, and the aroma of roasting meat wafting through the trees. It's a scene that's both exciting and alluring. Imagine the unique flavors imparted by the open flame, the smoky undertones enhanced by the natural surroundings. This isn't your everyday backyard barbecue. It's an experience that's raw, authentic, and deeply connected to nature. Roasting a calf in the forest is not just about food, it's about embracing the wilderness, invoking the spirit of our forebears, and creating an unforgettable culinary adventure. If you're intrigued, then buckle up as we dive into the world of forest roasting. To roast a big calf in the forest, preparation is key. And what's more exciting than the anticipation of a perfectly roasted calf, the mouth-watering aroma wafting through the forest, the crackling fire, and the eager taste buds. First and foremost, let's talk about our essential equipment. A large spit is a must-have. This is where our calf will be skewered and rotated over the fire for even cooking. You'll need one that's sturdy enough to handle the weight and heat. Next, the firewood. It's not just about burning wood, it's about the type of wood you choose. Hardwoods like oak or hickory are ideal as they burn slowly and consistently, providing the heat we need and adding a delightful smoky flavor to our calf. Now don't forget the carving tools. A sharp knife for slicing, a fork for securing the meat, and perhaps a pair of tongs for those hot moments. Quality tools make the process smoother and safer. But what about the star of the show, our calf? Sourcing a quality calf is critical. Look for one that's been ethically raised and fed, as this affects the flavor and texture of the meat. Once you've found the right calf, the preparation begins. Cleaning the calf properly is vital. Rinse it thoroughly with clean water and pat it dry. It's a simple step, but it's the first one in ensuring that our roast is safe and savory. Seasoning is the magic that transforms our calf into a feast for the senses. A mixture of salt, pepper, and herbs rubbed all over the calf not only flavors the meat, but also helps to create a beautiful, crispy exterior. Let the seasoned calf rest for a while, allowing the spices to work their magic. And there you have it. With the calf and our equipment ready, we can now move to the heart of the process, the roasting. The anticipation is palpable, and the forest is waiting. Our culinary adventure is just beginning. The right roasting site can make all the difference. Selecting the perfect spot for your forest roast is as crucial as the quality of the calf you're grilling. Your chosen location should be safe, spacious, and ideally surrounded by the soothing sounds of nature. So where do we start? First things first, safety. Ensure you're at a reasonable distance from flammable materials like dry leaves, tall grass, or shrubbery. The last thing we want is a forest fire on our hands. A flat and clear area is the ideal choice, providing a firm foundation for your roasting setup. Now let's talk about the spit. This long, sturdy rod will be your calf's perch for the day. You'll want to find a spit that's strong enough to hold the weight of the calf and long enough to extend over your fire pit. You'll also need 2 Y-shaped branches, each about 4 feet tall, to support the spit. Dig them into the ground on either side of your fire pit, and voila, you have yourself a spit setup. But a spit without a fire pit is like a ship without a sea. So let's get digging. Your pit should be about 3 feet wide and 1 foot deep. This size is perfect for a big calf roast. Once you've dug your pit, line it with rocks. The rocks will not only contain the fire, but also distribute the heat evenly across the calf. Next, gather enough dry firewood to keep the fire going for several hours. Remember, roasting is a slow process, and you'll need a consistent heat source. Pile the firewood in your pit, crisscrossing the logs for better air circulation. And there you have it, a safe, suitable site for a forest roast, a sturdy spit setup, and a well-prepared fire pit. With the roasting site set, we're ready to bring the heat. Roasting is more than just cooking, it's an art. And like any art, it requires a blend of skill, intuition, and patience. So let's delve into the process of roasting this magnificent calf, shall we? First, we begin with controlling the fire. Picture the fire as a temperamental artist. It can create a masterpiece if handled properly, but can destroy it if left unchecked. So it's crucial to maintain a steady medium heat. Too high, and the outside will char before the inside is cooked. Too low, and we risk drying out the meat. The key is to keep the embers glowing but not flaming. If you notice the flames getting too high, sprinkle them with a bit of water. This isn't an exact science. It's more about feeling the fire's rhythm and responding accordingly. Next, we move to the art of turning the spit. It's not as simple as just rotating it every now and then. It's about understanding the weight distribution of the calf and ensuring it turns smoothly and evenly. You see, the goal is to have each part of the calf kiss the flames equally, ensuring a uniform cook. If one side is heavier, it will naturally sink towards the heat, leading to an uneven roast. So adjust the balance as needed, ensuring the spit turns with little resistance. Now we come to the most critical part, testing for doneness. As tempting as it may be to cut into the calf to check, resist this urge. Cutting into it prematurely will let the precious juices escape, leading to a drier roast. Instead, use a meat thermometer, inserting it into the thickest part of the calf, but not touching the bone. For a medium roast, we're aiming for an internal temperature of around 145 degrees Fahrenheit. When it hits this point, remove the calf from the fire, cover it loosely with foil, and let it rest. This resting period allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat, leading to a succulent roast. Patience is integral to the art of roasting. It's about slow cooking, letting the heat permeate the meat gradually, breaking down the tough fibers and rendering the fat. It's about the anticipation, the waiting, the slow build-up to that first bite. The best roasts are those cooked slowly, with love and patience, over the course of several hours. And as the calf roasts, the forest around us transforms. The trees, the leaves, the very air seems to absorb the aroma, creating a mesmerizing, mouth-watering atmosphere. The forest becomes a natural kitchen, filled with the mouth-watering aroma of roasting meat. This is the art of roasting, where nature and cuisine come together in a beautiful, delectable dance. After hours of roasting, it's finally time to feast. The air is rich with the scent of perfectly roasted calf, a savory perfume that has been building throughout the day. The calf, now golden brown and glistening, is carefully removed from the spit. It's a delicate process, requiring both strength and finesse. The heat from the fire has rendered the meat tender and juicy, the skin crackling with every touch. The carving begins, and it's a sight to behold. The knife glides through the meat, separating it from the bone with ease. Each slice reveals the succulent interior, the pinkish hue of the meat contrasting beautifully with the crispy, golden exterior. The first slice is always the most anticipated, the culmination of hours of hard work and patience. And oh, it does not disappoint. The meat is tender, flavorful, and simply melts in the mouth. As the calf is carved, platters begin to fill. The sight of the bountiful spread brings smiles to everyone's faces. The joy of sharing such a feast is palpable. Friends and family gather around, plates in hand, ready to dig in. The forest setting provides the perfect backdrop for this communal feast. The rustling leaves, the chirping birds, and the crackling fire all add to the ambiance. The feast is not just about the food, though. It's about the camaraderie, the shared experience of preparing and enjoying a meal together. It's about the laughter and stories that fill the air, the memories being created. It's about the satisfaction of a job well done, of seeing the fruits of your labor enjoyed by all. Roasting a calf in the forest is not just about the food, it's about the experience, the connection to nature, the shared effort, and the communal feast. So the next time you're in the mood for an adventure, why not give it a try?